The Next Level with Lorne Goldenberg.
Today we're going to talk about warming up and preparation for actually playing your game. And we're going to specifically look at static warm-ups versus dynamic warm-ups. Over the last 25 years, there's been a big change in philosophy, whether you'll hold your static stretches for long periods of time before you get on the ice, or you actually do something that's mobile to get you ready to play. I can tell you, over the last 25 years, it's been a real change in attitude. The science shows that mobility, dynamic mobility, is what's going to help you prepare to get on the ice. And I know, for example, Gary Roberts was a great example because he was one of the first guys to really get into these mobile type warm-ups, where he would take at least 30 minutes, 30 good minutes, before he ever put on his skates and got ready to go out for his pre-game on-ice warm-up. So there's a lot to be said about preparing your body and priming it. So we're going to use Dean Shepardson here. He's a goalie with the Ottawa Junior Senators here in town. And we're going to give an example first of what static flexibility is. So Dean's going to go into a static hip flexor stretch. You can see he's got a great stretch here through the front of his thigh and his hip. He's working his hamstring on this leg. His quad's working a little bit. But there's no movement. The muscles aren't moving. And we know in hockey we get lengthening and shortening of all the joints and the muscle fibers. So we want to do something that's more specific, that's going to prime his body to be able to work effectively on the ice. So let's go through a walking split lunge. And you can see it's the same type of movement. The joints are going through a full range of movement, but yet we're getting that lengthening and shortening and mobility through the joint, which is really important. Well, another example would be the single leg Romanian deadlift or a toe touch. And as Dean goes through this is particularly for the hamstring on the working leg here, the glutes and the lower back. He's going to move up and down, alternating from side to side. You'll notice how his foot goes up as his head goes down. We want to see a nice linear line right through his body. And down. So we've been doing everything kind of forward, but hockey, as you know, works in what we call the frontal plane, or working out lateral. So I'm going to get Dean here. Since he's a goalie, he's going to have great hip mobility. He's going to do what we call an in-place lateral squat. He's going to move from side to side in this frontal plane, working his quads, working his hamstrings, working his glutes, and also working his lower back, which is really important. And this sliding back and forth really just primes the hip to be able to get on the ice, to move as a goaltender would, and or if you're a forward or a defenseman, loosening up the hips. I'm Lorne Goldenberg. Warming up properly is your road to the next level.